Everybody, it's Kathy. Today I'm at work. It's actually my day off, but I had to see a couple clients today because I just can't fit everybody in Tuesday through Saturday. But anyway, while I'm here, I also recorded a couple videos with my friend Shelly. If you haven't checked out her channel yet, it's Girlfriend Central, and I'm going to be putting up a video on my channel introducing you to her, but anyway, check her out. She's really sweet. So right now I wanted to do a quick video. Oh, I meant to look and see who it was that asked for it. I'm sorry. I'm bad about remembering names. But this is something that I was asked to do a video on. They wanted to know the different ways of removing hair from the face. And this is a really good subject to talk about because it is something that a lot of women deal with. There are a lot of different ways of treating it, and I wanted to just kind of give you a quick overview of all of them. Now, one of the ways is a real simple one. It's just waxing. And one tip I will give you is if you do choose to wax your face, I would recommend that you go to somebody who uses hard wax. Okay, so I'm going to put it up here so you can see it. It's kind of a bluish green color. It's not really showing up on the screen, maybe when I spread it. So this is hard wax, and basically it gets spread fairly thin. It makes little strings. That's the only bad thing about it. You get little strings. So this is what it looks like. It's kind of a greenish blue color. There's one on the market called Cerapil. The one I use is called Barron's. It's just a new and improved version of the Cerapil. But it hardens on its own. Like right now it's still a little bit tacky. You can see that, so it's not ready to pull yet. So it shrink wraps the hair and does not stick to skin. And what you normally do is you pre-treat the skin with a tiny bit of oil. It's a special kind of oil. So anyway, you just lift the corner. Can you see? See how it's lifted? And pull. Now, I don't really have much hair on the back of my hand. I'm going to see if you can see any. I don't see any. Peach fuzz, yep. But it doesn't take any skin with it. So, so this is the kind of wax that you should be using on your face. It works really well for the upper lip, the chin, any of that vellus hair that you get here. Works well for brows. So waxing is one option. What's good about waxing is it's pulling the hair from the root. So when it grows back, you get a brand new hair sprouting, so it won't be sharp from being cut off like when you shave. It'll be soft and it'll be finer, and over time with continued waxing it becomes sparser. Now if you were to quit waxing entirely, after some time it would come back to the way it used to be. And no, it will not make it come in thicker or heavier to wax it. That is absolutely false, so don't be afraid of that. And waxing works good for somebody that has kind of just overall general, even baby fine or coarse hair, it will work for. Now shaving is an option that some women choose, and I will say the only time that I think it's acceptable is there are some women who literally have to shave every day. And in that case, those are the only people that I ever say, well, you know, I just don't have anything better for you other than going and getting laser treatments or electrolysis. Now, electrolysis, it's an electrical current that goes in and destroys the follicle. But electrolysis is it's still around. It's less popular now that lasering is around. They're both a little on the uncomfortable side. Lasering does a bigger spot at a time, so it's not as tedious. It doesn't take as long. However, electrolysis is the only one that's allowed to be called permanent hair removal. Laser hair removal is only allowed to be called, this is by the FDA, it's allowed to be called permanent hair reduction. And that's because it's not foolproof 100%, and then there is maintenance that you might need to do. Whereas with electrolysis, once that follicle's gone, you're good, and it's done. So I would say if you have dark hair and lighter skin, you are a perfect candidate for laser. If, on the other hand, you have light-colored hairs, whether they're gray or blonde, the laser's not going to work for you. You have to have the pigment for it to pick up. So in your case, you're going to have to do electrolysis. So that's something you can look into. Okay, and then another option, I was going to show you one of these, but I realize I don't have a blade on here. It takes a minute to put on. But Another one is called dermaplaning or dermablading. Can be called either one. And actually, I want to thank Donna Shorts for getting me back into doing this again. I had stopped doing it just because I just didn't think that it was that. I don't know. I didn't really see that it was that desirable, but apparently it is, and Donna set me straight on that. So I am now doing it again, and I do have some clients that are happy that I'm now doing it again. So all it is you're using, I'm putting the blade on as we talk, if you wonder what I'm doing. It's kind of a pain to put the blade on. You're using a scalpel, and you're actually, okay, so here's the scalpel. I want to get it real close. So that's a very sharp, sterile scalpel. There's also disposable ones. My scalpel part up here is disposable. The handle is not. That's a stainless steel. So basically, you're taking it, and let's see if I can show you this. And you take the edge of the scalpel, and you basically scratch it along. I say scratch it. It's actually much smoother than scratching. But as you do that, what happens is you are exfoliating the top layer of the epidermis. But most people like this for the vellus removal that it does. It is particularly if you're one of those people that has a lot of that downy fur on your face, and you see it mostly on blondes. For those women, they really like this because it leaves your skin so smooth afterward. So that when you put your makeup on, it just goes on great because all that baby fine hair, that vellus fur is gone. A couple little words of warning though. When you first do it, you could end up with little red dots, and that should go away pretty quickly. Different people have different reactions to dermaplaning. If you have really oily skin or acne prone skin, I would definitely give it a try when you don't have something important coming up, because it can stimulate the sebaceous glands and you could end up with a breakout. So just, take that as a word of warning. And make sure that wherever you go that they are using sterile instruments and that they are very careful. And it sounds scary having a scalpel up against your skin, but it's really not. It's really not a difficult thing to perform. It definitely will do the job, though. It will remove that top layer of skin. A lot of people swear that their wrinkles look better right afterward, and it's probably just because of the extreme exfoliation. But they should not do it to the point where you're raw. You don't want to go over the same spot too much. So that's dermaplaning. And now the downside to this is just like with shaving. Those hairs are being cut off. So this is great for vellus, fine hairs, because when they grow back, they're still going to be fine. Now, if you have a lot of really coarse hairs that come with age, this is not really going to be a good option for you because it doesn't really take those away very well. They're too coarse for this fine blade. Plus, then they would come back sharp because they're being cut off as opposed to removed. So this is really a good option for somebody who has the baby fine hair. Let's see, tweezing. If you just have a couple little stray hairs under here, maybe at the top lip, tweeze them. That's something you can do yourself at home. I think that's a good option. And there are all kinds of little gadgets on the market now, and most of my clients who have tried them have been let down. There's the no-no, the at-home zappers, that little finger buff thing that you can put on. Some of my clients have had success with that, but not if you have coarse hair and you can't do it all in one sitting. Those are called the Smooth Away, I think. They're pink little, basically sandpaper. It's very fine grit sandpaper. And when you rub it over the area, it just sort of sands away the hair. I'm not a huge fan of it, but you can try it. So anyway, that's it. I hope this helps. And remember, what one person loves, another person may not like at all. So you got to find what works for you. And most important, get your heads out of the rearview mirror when you're driving your cars, because that's where everybody panics and thinks that they've got a face full of hair because they're in the bright sunlight and then they're looking real close. And, most of the time people don't see us like that. So I would encourage everybody to not panic so much about the little peach fuzz that's all over them. It's there for a reason. So that's my biggest tip. Try to not obsess over it. That's it. Have a good day.